Emma Shooter will take the first pitch for a ball low, and we are underway here as we hit the home stretch of day 2 of the Purple and Gold Challenge. Lane Barefoot on the mound for the Bisons. Shooter will foul that one back. We get a moment, we'll go over the Flyers lineup. The Flyers 3-9, but they've won 2 in a row, including So here we are now. We will have a new pitcher. It'll be number 18, Haven Dwyer, who we saw here last night. And Dwyer was masterful. If you're just tuning in, we have had some technical issues with the stream. We do apologize. We'd hope to have those up and working now. I hope that everything is back to normal, but the Bisons are up 3-0. Some tremendous eyes at the plate. 8 batters have seen a 3-0 count, and 8 batters have seen a 3-0 count. 7. Let's try this for a third time. All you can do is laugh, folks. 8 players have hit so far this inning. 7 of them have seen a 3-ball count. Liebrick led off the scoring with a home run on a 2-2 count, and that was the only player not to see 3 balls from starting pitcher Mary Newton. She's been lifted here for Haven Dwyer, the freshman who pitched here last night, was masterful, got the win in the game last night against the Bisons. But Kelly Paulson will now step in, her team leading 3-0 with the bases loaded. Dwyer steps off the rubber to fix her wristband. She'll step back on. She's ready. She rocks, fires inside for a ball. Paulson brings her hands back. She was masterful in getting the dub earlier, just a game ago. She'll look at a strike there. In extra innings, Paulson slapped an opposite field single for the win with a runner at third base, bringing in the pinch runner, Jesse Brown. She'll look outside for a ball here, and that'll be 2-1 count now. Paulson swings, lifts that one into center field. Coming in and making the grab is the center fielder, Emma Shooter. She was masterful last night out in the field, and she does a great job there making the grab. So we will head to the second inning. The Bisons lead 3-0. Lane Barefoot will come back in and tow the rubber inside the circle when we return back in the second inning right here from Nashville, Tennessee in the Purple and Gold Challenge. We're back here from Nashville, Tennessee, where the Bisons have a 3-0 lead heading into the second frame. It'll be Katie Rieg to lead off for the Flyers. She'll look at a pitch high from Lane Barefoot. So 9 batters hit in the bottom of the first inning for the Bisons. Put up 3 runs on 2 hits. And now Barefoot is back to work. That one's fouled straight back. Barefoot 2-3 overall on the season. This is her 7th start of the year, her 11th appearance. She's got a 2.81 ERA, has allowed 27 runs, 13 of which have been earned. So, really, we've seen typically so far this season the same here at home, at least, as that pitch is called for a strike. They'll leave the count 2-2. The same three pitchers: Barefoot, Kate Peters, and Michaela Veneziali. We've seen Emily Yakubowski come in relief. Marin Waterman has also made one appearance at pitcher. As there's a shot to Vitula. She drops it, comes up firing with a strong throw to get the out at first base. Way to stay with it there for Amy Vitula, getting the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Kayleen Walter. Walter, batting 125 on the year. She committed a couple errors last night that aided the Bisons at the plate. As there's a shot to third base. Shoemaker comes up firing, and she'll get the out at first. So back-to-back ground ball outs for the Flyers. And that'll bring up the catcher. That'll bring up Nico Papavasilu. She giggles as the PA announcer struggles saying her name. And on the first pitch, she'll hit a soft pop fly ball. Coming over to catch it is Amy Vitula, and we will head to the bottom of the second inning with the Bison leading 3-0. Don't go away. We'll be right back right here on the Bison's Radio Network. We will have a pinch hit, a new pitcher here on the mound for the Flyers, as it will be right-handed senior Catherine Jensen. She'll be facing the top of the order, Amy Vitula, Presley Liebrick, and Macy Konkonen, to begin this second inning after 9 players hit in the first inning for the Bisons. First pitch, bunted, beautiful down the line. Will it stay in fair territory? It will not, just at the last moment. Spins out of play. It was rolling right down that line, and not much you can do there. All you can have to do is exactly what Vitula did, just shake her head and smile as Liebrick will hand her bat. She'll get back into the batter's box. She's ready to go. Will she lay down another bunt? She shows bunt, pulls back, and watches that one go by for a ball. As mentioned last game, there's a lot going on in the sporting world right now. As that pitch is down for a ball, it'll run the count to 2-1 now. It's funny, folks. You know, everybody thinks that they can run fast, and obviously up in the NFL Combine, they're running the 40-yard dashes as Vajula shows off her speed there, but gets out by a step. Nice catch off the bounce and flip over to first by third baseman Megan Gist. So that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Presley Liebrick, who homered in her first at-bat here today. Everybody thinks that they're fast, and, you know, when it comes to 40-yard dashes, the reality is most people are running a 6-7 second 40-yard dash. If they're lucky, is that pitch misses low. But how about this? Georgia defensive lineman Jordan Davis weighs 300 pounds. As that pitch skips away, and up at the combine, runs a 4.78 40-yard dash. So a 300-pound defensive lineman runs a sub-5 40-yard dash when truly most semi-athletic people will be running a 6 to 7 second 40-yard dash. That's truly magnificent, as Liebrick has a 3-0 count here now. So that one gets away, she'll walk, and every single batter now in the Bison's lineup has seen a 3-ball count. The only one who hadn't yet was Liebrick, because she homered on a 2-2 count in her first at-bat. But every other player has seen 3 batters, including the lady at the plate right now, Macy Conconin, who walked in her first at-bat. She'll be swinging here, though, and send a chopper over to second base. Up. It was a slow roller, so they were unable to turn 2 where the Flyers. Conconin is thrown out at first base, but Liebrick will move over to second base, so there is now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Camry Rich. Rich will look at a called strike. So a runner out at second base for Camry Rich, looking to bring that runner in. She'll watch that one go by for a ball. Rich will watch that one in the dirt for a ball. I'll run the count to 2-1 now. Rich fouls that one right off the screen. She's trying to get going again. She's appeared in 13 games so far this season, started 13 games, and has seen that batting average creep up just a smidge. Still not where she wants it to be. They really want to get her going. She'll chop that one to third across the diamond just to Shishini, and the Flyers are out of this inning. They will head to the third inning, trailing 3-0 right here in Nashville, as Lane Barefoot trots back out to get ready to throw some more pitches. We'll be back right here from Nashville from the Purple and Gold Classic. Megan Gist will step in from the right side of the plate to take her hacks and get us started here in the top of the third inning. Be a slight delay as looks like we are going to have a change here. Elise Shoemaker is out of the game. Putting on the wristband over there at third base is Megan Klein. Not really. I didn't see anything with Shoemaker. I don't know if she's just coming out due to injury or to take a breather or what, but nonetheless, Megan Klein, the 5'9" junior from Fort Myers, Florida, will man the hot corner. Bisons lead 3-0. 3 runs, 2 hits for the Bisons. No runs on 1 hit for the Flyers. It's Megan Gist will step in from the right side of the plate and she'll watch a ball go by for ball 1. Just files that one back off the screen, and that'll even count 1-1 here. The Dayton Flyers from the A10 conference. Their fans are happy with getting ready for the A10 tournament play here. Again, it is March. Their men's basketball team knocked off the A10 regular season champion Davidson Wildcats by a final score of 82-76 just earlier today. That pitch is fouled out of play for strike 2. If you're just tuning in, the Bisons scored 3 runs in the first inning. The first run coming off the bat of Presley Liebrick, who hit a home run to left center field. Opposite field for her as that pitch is on the outside corner for a ball. With 2 on and 2 out, Kendall Crawford put a single and scored 2 as that one's lifted into center field. Coming in and making the catch is Drizzo for the first out of the inning. And then, with the bases loaded and 2 outs, Caitlin Hunt walked, forced in a run for the third run of the game, and that's where we stand right now with a 3-0 advantage for the Bisons. Emily Daniel will step in and take her hacks from the left side. The junior batting .200 on the season. She's started 9 games, has appeared in 10, has 4 hits on the year. She'll look to get her 5th here. She does just that, lifting it over the head of the leaping shortstop, Amy Vichula. So an opposite field single for Emily Daniel, her 5th hit of the season as mentioned. And the lineup has been flipped over to Emma Shooter. The second hit of the afternoon for the Bisons. And they'll look to get something going now at the top of their order with a runner on and 1 out. Shooter will lay down a bunt, and it'll hit her foot in fair territory. She is out. A runner will be sent from second back to first base. So that's something that you do see here quite a bit. The ball hit off the bat, and as Shooter was running down the first base line, it caught her trail foot as she was running down the line, and That's an automatic out. So 2 outs now for the Bisons. Runner stays put at first base, and that'll bring up Allie Weekly, who has the other Flyers hits with a single back in the first. I made that mistake last night calling them the Dayton Dragons. They are the Dayton Flyers. The Dayton Dragons are the high A affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds that play in the same city. And Weekly will fly out to Girizzo in center field. So we will head to the third, to the bottom of the third, with Lipscomb leading 3-0. We saw Megan Klein come in and play third base last inning for the Flyers. We weren't sure what the matter was with Elise Shoemaker, and there was none. She's back here, and she leads off the bottom of the third inning with a ground out to second base. And that'll bring up Kendall Crawford. So Crawford watches that one in there for a strike. She's walked in her first plate appearance. I beg your pardon. She's singled in her first plate appearance. Had an RBI. Responsible for one of the 3 runs scored here today by the Bisons early in this game. That pitch gets away from the catcher, Papa Vasilu. The count will be 1-1. That pitch skied down the left field line, drifting out of play. So the count will move to 1-2 now against Crawford. Crawford struck out 7 times this year, looking to avoid making it an 8th time. Instead, she goes down looking. It is the first strikeout on the afternoon for Katherine Jensen. And the first for the season for her. And that'll bring up Joy Girizzo. Girizzo, the left-handed center fielder. From Clarksville, Tennessee. She'll watch that one miss outside for a ball. She was a 3-year captain and 2-time MVP at Clarksville Academy. She'll watch this one go by for a strike. So Girizzo with a 2-1 count here in the third inning. will swing and lift that one into right field. It'll drop and be a hit. The 8th hit of the year for Joy Jurizzo. And she's on for Caitlin Hunt. So Jurizzo will be off of first base. She's has been a stolen base threat this year. 2 for 2. If she were to steal, Hunt watches that one for a ball. Second place, pretty far off the bag. Shortstop would have a ways to go if she were to cover. As that one's high for a ball. Windy conditions here in the Music City. Brisk 16-mile-an-hour winds, but we have had gusts up to 30. As that one is above the head of Hunt, she has to duck to get out of the way of it, and it's a 3-0 count now. Jurizzo may not have to steal. Hunt is a ball away from a free pass. As that ball bounces into the plate, it will be a walk. So there's now 2 on and 2 out for second baseman Kelly Paulson. Paulson, as mentioned, was the hero just a game ago with a walk-off hit in the 8th inning against the College of Charleston. She'll swing through that one here. But Paulson was 2 for 4 last game. That RBI giving the Bisons a 6-5 win in the 8th inning. She'll watch that one go outside for a ball. Run the count to 1-2 now. Paulson gets a running lead there, slaps it down the left field line, foul and out of play. And the count will remain at 1-2. Paulson in the back of the batter's box. She takes a half swing. Readies now. She'll swing and just make contact with that pitch from Jensen. It'll roll back to the backstop. Jensen. The senior. 0-1 on the year. Has only pitched an inning and 2/3. Which has all been today. That one fouled, out of play. That one again fouled back from Paulson. So she's making Jensen work here. And I want to correct something that I said. She's pitched an inning and 2/3 here. That is matching her work thus far this season for another inning and 2/3. So she's equaled her season mark here. As that ball is sent back up the middle over the second base bag, it's a slow roller, so there will not be a throw. And around from second base comes Joy Jurizzo And the fourth run of the game for the Bison scores. It was a slow roller over the second base bag that just got past the shortstop and second baseman into the outfield. The center fielder shooter had to come in for it, but since it was such a slow roller, Jerizo had time from second base to get in and score. And the lineup will flip over to Amy Vitula. So an RBI single for Paulson. And the Bisons will look to continue to do more work here. Vitula, the lefty. As there's a throw down behind the runner Hunt out at second. Not in time. She's back in safely. So Vitula with 2 on, 2 out. Watch this one. Catch the corner for a strike. So Vitula in the hole now, 1 and 2. Jensen will check her wristband. She'll kick. Fire. That one slapped out of play to keep the count deadlocked at 1 and 2. Tula looking to put this ball in play. For a base hit, she has room down that right field line. Once again, the Flyers shifting her. But she'll look at a called strike 3 on the inside corner, and she knew it. But an RBI single by Kelly Paulson gives the Bisons a 4-0 lead. And we will head to the 4th inning with that score. Lane Barefoot will come back out to the mound with the Bisons leading right here in Nashville, Tennessee. It'll be Alyssa Shishini leading off the top of the 4th inning for the Flyers. Her team trailing 4-0. She'll watch the first pitch from Lane Barefoot, low for a ball. She'll sky that one, drifting into foul territory, coming back into fair territory, making the catch is the first baseman Crawford. And that's the first out of this 4th inning, with the Bisons leading 4-0. So that'll bring in the designated player, Grace Gressley. Gressley caught last night. She'll watch a ball go by. Barefoot kicks, fires right down Broadway. Strike one. Barefoot back to work. Same area of the plate, this time just low. And they'll run the count to 2-1 now. Grizzly flied out to right her first at bat. This at bat, she finds herself in a 2-2 count. So Gressley now sends this one back up the middle past the diving attempt of Paulson into center field. So it'll be the third hit of the game for the Flyers. And Grace Gressley is on board for Katie Rieg. We're going to have a pinch runner come on for Gressley. It'll be the pitcher, Mary Newton, who we saw here earlier. So Newton only went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. She struck out 1 batter. And now she's into pinch run for Grace Gressley. As the wind picks up here, we've had another strong gust. As mentioned, 16-mile-an-hour winds here as a cold front prepares to blow through the area. Strong, consistent winds here all day long, and they've been high. And as that one is sent right as the wind dies down a little bit, if that wind had been blowing on that pitch, it would have been gone. But it hung up just enough, and the wind died down just enough in order for left fielder Macy Conconin to settle under it. And that'll bring up Kayleen Walter now. Barefoot will fire that one in. Nice off-speed pitch there for a strike. Hunt checked the runner at first base, Newton, but she was not moving. That one catches the outside corner for a strike now. So Walter finds herself in an 0-2 hole. Barefoot will get some encouragement from her first baseman, Crawford. Crawford will trot back over to her area at first base. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for a ball. It'll run the count now to 1-2. So Walter hitting 121 on the year. 4 hits and 33 at-bats. She'll slap that one the other way, and that'll improve that batting average. Her 5th hit of the year. Newton will go from first to third. An opposite field single for Kayleen Walter. And the Flyers now have runners on the corners with 2 outs. And in steps the catcher, Nico Papavasilo. She'll look at a pitch down low for a ball. Nico Papavasilo, for her full name's Nicolette, from Los Angeles, California. The right-hander fouls that one off the netting. Crawford makes the grab off the ricochet. will not be an out because it was fouled off the net. So we'll run the count to 1-1 now. That one catches the inside corner for a strike. And that'll run the count now to 1-2. So 2 on, 2 out for Nico Papavasilu. She'll ready, swing, foul that one up and into the Flyer bullpen. And all the runners will have to return to their stations. The ball will be thrown back in. Hunt, give it to the home plate umpire. Shoemate, barefoot, ready, kicks, fires, fouled straight back and out of play off the netting, and we'll do it again. With one swing of the bat, this game can be changed. Barefoot trying to silence the bats here. Pitch lifted high down the line, drifting out of play. It will fall foul. So once more, we'll do it again. Megan Gist will, how the on-deck circle will grab the bat and hand it to Papavasilu as she heads back to the batter's box. She'll step out, lick her fingers. She's ready. She'll swing, and that one's hit into foul territory, but it hung up just enough for Hunt to flip the mask off, run under it, and catch it underhanded, much like Willie Mays did, although she didn't have to go as far for the catch. And we will go to the bottom of the fourth inning with the Bisons leading 4-0. Barefoot gets out of the jam. We'll be back here from Nashville in a 4-0 game. Your Bisons lead here at the Purple and Gold Challenge. Sarah Balitz takes over in the circle. We saw her last night for the Flyers. She'll be the third pitcher used today. The fourth pitcher, I beg your pardon, for the Flyers. As Presley Liebrick will get us started here in the bottom of the fourth inning. As the first pitch from Balitz is on the outside corner for a strike. So Liebrick hitting from the left side of the plate. We'll watch that one go by low for a ball. Liebrick's been on base twice tonight. She had a home run in the first, walked on 4 pitches in the second. Wind on the back of her hair beginning to move as the wind picks up. She'll swing through that one for a strike. With this wind blowing from right to left across your screen with a little bit of it moving out to left field. That ball's lined right back up the middle, but it hangs up long enough for Emma Shooter to come in and make the catch. And that'll bring up Macy Conconin. She walked in the first, grounded out to second in the second inning. She's ready from the left side of the plate. Swings through an off-speed pitch. First strike one. Looking in across the ways, the Northern Illinois Huskies lead the Bison's baseball team 6-2 in the 8th inning. Conconin has a 1-1 count here. She'll shoot this one up the middle, back bare hand by the second baseman Weekly. She'll throw over to first for the out. A very fine play there by Weekly, ranging to her right. The right-hander backhanded the ball just in front of second base. Flipped over to first for the out, so that'll bring up the right-hander Megan Klein, hitting in place of Camry Rich. Klein holds up on that one. It catches the outside corner for a strike. She'll step out, take a practice swing, and hold up. Klein swings through that one for strike two. So Baylitz moving quickly through this inning. 7 pitches so far. Hasn't allowed a hit or a walk. She fires that one low in the dirt for a ball. That'll run the count to 1-2 now. Klein digs back in, the junior. Batting .056 on the year. She'd like to see that average creep up here. That pitch about eye level. With the 5'9" utility player from Fort Myers, Florida. And she'll swing through that one for a strike. So we will head to the 5th. The Bisons nursing a 4-0 lead right here from Draper Diamond on the campus of Lipscomb University. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more action after the break. Megan Gist will get us started here in the top of the 5th inning for the Flyers. Their team trails 4-0. Gist flew out to center field, her first at bat. She'll show bunt here, pull it back, and watch this one go by for a ball. down the home stretch. 5th inning of work now. 4-lane Barefoot. She's only allowed 4 hits. Hasn't struck out a batter as that one's popped out of play, drifting back and land in the stands. Barefoot hasn't struck out a batter, hasn't walked a batter either, however. She's doing her job, really going out there and making the outs that she needs to make. So that one's in the dirt for a away. Hunt. But who's behind in the count now to just 2-1. Just, again, shows bunt, pulls back, swings through that one on the outside for a strike. I'll run the count to 2-2 now. So 2-2 count now to Megan Gist. That pitch from Barefoot, low and away. That'll run the count to full, 3-2. Both teams identical aside from the run category. Both teams with 4 hits. The only difference is the 4 runs that the Bison scored. 3 in the first, 1 in the third, as that one's popped to second base. Paulson under it, Fields. That'll bring up Emily Daniel, who got a single in her first plate appearance here today. For Daniel, that was her 5th hit of the year. She's increased her average now to 238. Limited sample size with only 21 at-bats. She has started and played in. She started 9 games and has played in 10. So Daniel looking for more work here, but she'll chop that one foul. She'll be in the hole now, 0-2. We see Emma Shooter run out there, grab the bat, hand it to Daniel on her way back to the plate. Give her a pat on the back, a word of encouragement here. Basically saying, you got this. You may be in the hole, but shorten up the swing. And she shortens the swing up right there, but grounds it right back to Barefoot. We'll flip over to first, and Shooter will come up now with 2 outs in the inning. Barefoot high fives her teammates. Those PFPs, pitcher fielding practice, coming into play right there. Everybody's favorite type of practice. As a pitcher, you really have to be ready. As that pitch low, obviously. Shooter will go over there and talk to her manager. But pitchers are the only ones who truly aren't ready after they deliver the pitch. All the infielders and outfielders get in their ready position, knees bent, almost like your arms down, waiting for the ball, always expecting the ball to come to you. As a pitcher, once you finish that throw, you're left that it could come back and hit you. As that pitch is called for a strike. And for pitchers, you always have to be ready. You have to be prepared for whatever may happen. If that ball comes back to you, you have to be ready to quickly field it, catch it, and flip over. As that one to Vitula, it comes up, hits her in the shoulder. Shooter will reach at first base. It'll be one. Vitula did have to go a long way for it. One would have to expect an error. hit her on her left shoulder. Nonetheless, it's a runner on first base now for Allie Weegley, the Dragons. Pitch inside for a called strike. And they do flash an E up on the scoreboard. It is an error for Shooter. Not in time. Shooter's in. That is her 7th stolen base of the year. And she's now out in scoring position. For Hunt, I beg your pardon, for Vitula, that's her 5th error of the season. Appears that the Bison will get out of it. Weekly out to right field. Liebrick under it. We will head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still, your score, 4-0, here from Draper Diamond on the campus of Lipscomb University from beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. Elise Shoemaker steps back into the plate. She's ready. To take her hacks, the designated player from Lexington can SEC fans know Lexington as the home of the University of Kentucky. Is that pitch on the outside corner for a strike? So Shoemaker, ready from the pitch from Baylitz, swings through that one on a pitch low and away off speed. She swings through. 0-2 count now as we have some players from Southeast Missouri who have arrived and are now taking in the game as they are ready to face Dayton here in the nightcap of day 2 of the Purple and Gold Challenge. Shoemaker watches that one up and in for a ball. We'll run the count to 1-2 now. Baylitz kicks, fires, outside swinging for a strike. It is the second strikeout of the game for Sarah Baylitz after coming in last inning. And now it'll be Kendall Crawford's turn to swing the bat. Bison's lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Crawford fouls that one back to the screen. She's got an 0-1 count. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Flyers. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Bisons. Crawford takes a mighty hack there, swings through it for a ball. Or for a strike, I beg your pardon. But she's now in the hole, 0-2. And she'll swing through that one. It's back-to-back strikeouts for Sarah Baylitz, and that'll bring up Joy Gerizzo. That's 3 strikeouts on the game for Baylitz. Three strikeouts for Baylitz. It's 3 in a row now for her. She struck out Klein to end the 4th. And now has struck out Shoemaker and Crawford here to begin the 5th inning. Joy Gerizzo is looking to break that up and get aboard. The lefty. 1 for 1 on the day. Walked in the first, a single. Came around to score in the 3rd. On the single by Paulson. So 2-0 count to Joy Gerizzo. By Lowe for a ball. 3-0 now. So after striking out 3 straight batters, did Sarah Baylitz. She's now behind in the count 3-0 to Joy Gerizzo and in danger of losing her and walking her. She fires an off-speed pitch over the plate for a strike. And it is now a hitter's count for Joy Gerizzo. Lefty steps in, waves the bat behind her head. She's ready. The pitch is in the dirt. She'll toss the bat, toss her arm protection, and trot on down to first base for her 2nd walk of the game. And that'll bring up catcher Caitlin Hunt. The senior transfer from Creighton University, struggling to begin the year, batting .077. Hunt watches that one go by for a strike. Hunt watches this one go by for a ball. Snap throw down to first base behind Gerizzo, but she's back in. This stop at Lipscomb as Hunt looks at that one. The 3rd team, the 3rd college for Hunt to play for is the graduate senior. Started out with the University of Nebraska, Omaha. Her freshman year, she watches that one go by for a ball, even the count. 2-2. One season with the Mavericks at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, then 4 years with the Creighton Blue Jays in Nebraska. Now she finds her way east here in Nashville with the Lipscomb Bisons. So from Mavericks to Blue Jays, now to Bisons is Hunt, and she's looking to put this ball in play and stampede down to first base, and instead she'll trot, but she'll catch her breath first because she takes one on the arm. She'll check it and shake the arm. She's shaken up. We've seen quite a few players shaken up here the past couple of days for the Bisons. Caitlin Belding went out with an injury last night. Camry Rich taking one off the arm, and she's still shaking it out, but we're looking to have 2 on and 2 out here, but there seems to be some sort of conversation. Gia Rizzo's still standing out at first base. I think they're saying that she leaned into it, and that is not a hit by pitch. And that is what they're going to say. They're going to say that she leaned over the plate. So Hunt leans out over the plate. She's still squeezing her hand. Not sure she has much feeling there. But the ruling is that Hunt stuck her arm out. So she gets hit for nothing. But a full count here. 3-2. Pitch misses up and outside, so she'll see one more pitch, but the result's still the same. She'll trot on down to first base for a walk, and that'll bring up Kelly Paulson. So a walk by Gia Rizzo. A walk 2 different ways for Hunt, even though the hit by pitch the first time, well, the hit by pitch did not count due to her sticking her arm out, and Paulson will attempt to lay down a surprise drag bunt, but it'll roll foul for a strike. Paulson, 2 RBIs on the day, had the game-winning hit in Game 1 for the Bison, the Game 2 of the day for the Purple and Gold Challenge, and then had an RBI single here in the bottom of the third to increase the Bison's lead from 3 runs to 4 runs. Paulson swing. Seeing her batting average creep up quite a bit today. Came into this game batting 176. She's up now to 211. She came into the day batting 077. So up. 134 points to be exact. She's raised her batting average. And the junior lefty is now in the hole at 1 and 2. She'll chop that one foul behind her. So a 1-2 count to Kelly Paulson against Sarah Baylitz with 2 on and 2 out. The 1-2 count. Low, and the throw back to second base hits Gia Rizzo and squirts into the outfield, and both runners will advance. The throw from the catcher, Papa Vasilou, hits Gia Rizzo. She's on her way back to second base. It rolls into right field. Nice awareness by both Hunt and Gia Rizzo to see that and quickly sprint to their next base. So now the count's 2-2, and both runners are in scoring position. It will go down as a throwing error on the catcher, Papa Vasilou. But now primed and ready, Paulson looking ready to add 2 more runs to the Bison's lead. She'll foul that one back and out of play. The first error on the season by the catcher, Papa Vasilou. And now Paulson has a full count. Paulson walks, standing in the on-deck circle with the bases loaded would be Amy Vitula. Senior's 0 for 3 today, but she is hitting over 400. Paulson will swing through that one, however, and we will head to the 6th inning with the Bisons leading 4-0. We'll be back right here from Nashville. Don't go away. 2 more innings to play at the minimum between the Bisons and the Flyers. We return to play here in the 6th inning. Alyssa Cicchini will step in from the right side of the plate, facing the lane barefoot. She'll foul the first pitch off and out of play. So an 0-1 count now. For Cicchini, who's 0 for 3 on the day, 0 for 2 on the day, and she'll make it now 0 for 3 as she lines out to Giarizzo in center field. The sure-handed center fielder makes the out. That'll bring up the designated player, number 9, Grace Gressley. Gressley will foul that one off for a strike. Barefoot working on her 6th inning of work now, has only allowed 4 hits. She gets the one hopper over to third base. Fielding it and making the throw is the third baseman, Klein. And there are now 2 outs. Katie Reed will now step into the plate. And the Flyers really need to get something going as they're down to their remaining 4 outs. So Reed will step in. Behind in the count, 0-1. And the pitch by Barefoot, skied to center field. Just on the infield grass is the second baseman, Paulson. She makes the catch, and we will head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your Bisons lead 4-0. Amy Vitula will get us started here in the bottom of the 6th inning, with the Bisons leading 4-0. As Baylitz fires, and that pitch is out of play for a strike. So Vitula now. Behind in the count, 0-1. That pitch from Baylitz misses outside for a ball. Baylitz now through 2 innings, struck out 4 batters. Hasn't a lot of hit. Hasn't a lot of run. She's kept her team in it. Only unfortunate thing for her is the offense for the Flyers unable to get the bats going, as that one's chopped over to first base, but foul. So 1-2 count now to Vitula. And she'll swing through that one. The 5th strikeout of the afternoon for Sarah Baylitz. And we will now see Presley Lierick stepping in once again. Liebert will watch a strike go by. 5 strikeouts on the day now for the junior pitcher, Sarah Baylitz. Career high's 9. Unlikely to get that here, with the Bisons, unless something catastrophic happens in the top of the 7th inning, likely will not bat again. Liebert watches that one go low for a ball. Count now moves to 2-1. Approaching 5:15 here in Nashville. Sun just beginning to set, but it's kind of hard to see as that one's fouled off and out of play. Counts now 2-2. Lots of cloud cover overhead as the cold front makes its way through the area. Again, those winds very strong outside as that pitch fouled off. Just getting a piece of it is Liebert. She shoots it foul towards the Bison's bullpen. Home plate umpire Dwayne Shoemate will head out and hand deliver a ball to Sarah Baylitz, who will say something to her, and she'll nod in understanding. She'll step back in. 2-2 count to Liebert. She'll kick and fire, and this one's roped on a line to second base. One hop up with it and over with the throw is the second baseman, Allie Weekly. And there are now 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring up Macy Kinconen. Junior 0 for 2 on the day. She did walk in the first inning, but she also has 2 ground ball outs to second base. Kinconen looking to do something other than that here. She'll watch the first pitch go by for a strike. Baylitz readies, fires that one off speed, and Kinconen was fooled on that one, but she was able to get the bat on the ball and fouled it off and out of play. So Conan now 0-2 hole. Her team does lead 4-0. That pitch in the dirt, 4 ball. Another run the count to 1-2 now. One-two count now. Taking Conan. She steadies the bat behind her head. Baylitz kicks, fires. Outside, low and away, 4 ball, another run the count even, 2-2. So 2's across the board now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Number 2 at the plate. Baylitz kicks, fires. That one's lifted into right field, going back on it, reaching up and making the grab as right fielder Rieg just shy of the warning track, and we will head to the 7th inning. Last chance for the Flyers here. When we come back, it'll be Walter, Papavasilu, and Gist. They need 4 runs to tie in the top of the 7th inning against Lane Barefoot. We'll be back right here on the Bison's Radio Network. We're back here in the final frame between the Flyers and the Bisons. I want to check in on the baseball score real quickly. Heading into the bottom of the 8th, the Bisons were down 6-2. They score 5 runs to take the lead. As that pitch is called for a strike against Walter. It is now tied in the 9th inning, 7-7, with the Bison's baseball team coming up to bat. So they have a tie game here across the way. The Bisons, the Lady Bisons that is, are 2 outs from victory after a nice stretch over there at first by Crawford to receive the throw by Klein. That technically would go down 1-5-3 on the putout, as it was gloved and ricocheted by Barefoot. But the Bisons are 2 outs away from their 2nd consecutive victory. Barefoot absolutely masterful here on the mound as that one's fouled back and out of play. 4 hits on the afternoon. She hasn't struck anybody out, but she hasn't walked anybody either. As we do have a pinch hitter for Papavasilu. It'll be Kara Gunter, the freshman. She'll foul that one right off the umpire. Take a breather and 0-2 count, and we'll have a meeting at the mound to kind of give him some time to catch his breath. Hunt and the infielders will converge in the circle. And that'll give home plate umpire Dwayne Shoemate some time to shake it off. He seems to be all right. He's back in behind the circle or behind the plate. 0-2 count to Gunter. Well, Barefoot hasn't struck anybody out, but she hasn't walked anybody either. She's faced 24 batters right at 70 pitches with this one here. It's low in the dirt for a ball, so 70 pitches now for Barefoot. But the biggest thing, aside from all those stats, is she has not allowed a run. Working on a complete game shutout is Lane Barefoot. Here's the pitch. That one's served. It'll drop into fair territory for Gunter. An opposite field hit that lands just inside the foul line. So it'll be the 5th hit of the day for the Flyers. They're now out hitting the Bisons. And that'll bring up Megan Gist with 1 on and 1 out. We'll have a pinch hitter for Gist. It'll be the senior, Callie Jones. The senior from Jacksonville, Florida. Transfer from Florida International University out of the Conference USA. An FIU transfer will look at strike one. Bats left, throws. Bats right, throws left. As kind of a snap throw there by Hunt, or she tried to at least, but so long on the backswing was Jones that it caught Hunt right on the mask. So she doesn't throw down to first base, but she does have Jones in an 0-2 hole. Does Barefoot. That one is late. The swing by Jones. That'll keep the count 0-2. Gunter off of first base. 0 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Flyers. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 run, or 1 error for the Bisons. That one's low for a ball. So a 1-2 count now. And a swing and a miss by Jones. That's the first strikeout of the game for Lane Barefoot. She got it here in the 7th inning. And the Flyers are down to their final out of the inning in Emily Daniel. The final out of the game, that is. We will have another pinch hitter. It'll be Taylor Urshwin. The sophomore. From Indianapolis, Indiana. Fouls that one straight off the net. Out of play for strike one. So 2 outs, 1 on. 0-1 count. Lane Barefoot and out away from a complete game shutout. She kicks, fires. That one's served. Center field going over. Drizzo's not going to get there. She fields it to upper off the wall. She fires in. There's nobody covering second base. The shutout is gone. It is an RBI double by Taylor Urshon. So no shutout for Barefoot. She does allow a 2-out RBI double. There'll be a pinch runner now for Urshon. Coming in to run is number 11, Emily Daniel. But the Bison still 1 out away from victory. Emma Shooter will step in and hit from the left side of the plate. She'll twirl the bat in her hands 3 times. Now steps in. She'll watch that one on the outside corner for a strike. Barefoot retreats to the back of the circle, looks over into her dugout, gets the sign. She'll step back on to the rubber. Bison's infield ready for bat to ball. Is that one called? Strike 2. And the Flyers are down to their final strike of the game. Barefoot trying to send the home fans home happy. Barefoot kicks, fires. This one's up and away for ball. That'll run the count to 1-2 now. Shooter 0 for 2 on the day. She did reach on an error by Vitula back in the 5th, but was stranded out at second base. But Barefoot kicks, fires. This one shot down the third baseline, drifting. It'll go foul. And that was fortunate for the Bisons because that absolutely would have scored Daniel out there at second base. Barefoot looking for that one pitch. She's up now to 80 pitches on the day. Trying to end it right here. Barefoot kicks, fires. This one just misses the Bison's infield. Thought it was strike 3 in the final out of the game. They took a couple steps off. Instead, it's evens the count at 2-2. Flyers dug out loud, trying to cheer their teammate on and shoot her. 2-2 count. Kick, fire. This one's over to third base. Up and over with it for the final out. You can put it in the record book. Klein to Crawford for the final out of the inning. Go ahead. Put a W in the the left-hand column, as that is now 2 in a row for the Bisons. They improved their record to 6-12. The Dayton Dragons fall to 3-10. A 4-1 victory this evening for the Lipscomb Bisons over the Dayton Dragons. Barefoot goes 7 innings, allows 6 hits, 1 run. She struck out 1 in 86 pitches. She gets the win. Taking the loss is Newton. 2/3 of an inning, allowed 3 runs on 2 hits. So the Bisons will turn around. They'll play again tomorrow. It's 2:30 against Southeast Missouri, who's getting ready to play here against Dayton. But the Bisons get their 6th win of the year. They're now on a winning streak, 2 in a row. And they'll go home and rest to prepare for tomorrow. We want to thank you for tuning in to these games today. The Bisons, 2 wins on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We got one more game here for you. Southeast Missouri versus Dayton. Don't go anywhere. Tune in to watch. That's all for me. From Draper Diamond, I'm Blake Forshe.